Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Atlas. In this video, I'm going to be going over how SafeMoon can hit $1. I understand that sounds absolutely insane. There's some new information that came up recently which I think helps justify this way more. So I'm really excited to be able to share that with you guys and kind of discuss what that could entail. Also, I have another video where I go way more in depth into this, but I think part of the problem is maybe it was a little bit too long for the content and YouTube, for one reason or whatever, just didn't really end up pushing it. But I did a lot of research on this. So if you guys really want me to go in depth on it, go check out my video. It's on my channel still. It's how SafeMoon can hit $1. As you guys can see what the thumbnail looks like, it's right over here. So feel free to check that out. I'm going to start off by saying I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Everything I'm sharing is based on my own opinion. I'm doing my own research on this, and I highly encourage you guys to do this yourself. Never invest more than what you're willing to lose on any project. That is the golden rule of investing. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get right on into this. Over on the Twitter side, we have a gentleman. His name is Thomas. Also goes by Papa Cthulhu. This guy works with the team for SafeMoon. And he's been hinting at some different things, which I found really interesting. Quick side note, I'm on Twitter at CryptoAtlasYT. I'll post some of my TA. I'll talk about stuff with SafeMoon or Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. So would love it if you guys come and join me on the Twitterverse side. Feel free to check me out, CryptoAtlasYT. So some of the things that were asked recently, a response here, right? So well, actually, let me start with this. He started off by saying, dang it, I don't want that to play. Anyways, he's talking about the burning mechanics of SafeMoon. And so somebody replied, just trying to understand, does the burn rate grow or decrease with time, considering general growth? My thinking was that as the burn address grows, this takes more percentage of the tokens due to the tokenomics. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thanks. And he said also to add, there can't be less circulating supply than what people hold, as then there won't be tokens to buy/sell. Is this correct? So Thomas responded, he said, correct, but I'll have more details on this strategy soon, right? So very interesting what he's responding there. Another response he said to somebody, well, they asked, what do you mean, Papa? Can you elaborate more? And because I'm confused, how can we burn if we're holding the coin? Sorry, a bit confused. Sorry, he goes by Papa on Discord. For a second, my brain was crossing things between the Discord and the Twitter for some reason. So he responded by saying, there are traditional ways to do this with large supplies. When we are ready, we will release more information. You mean you have a plan? That's my job. That's huge, right? Again, because I'm confused. How can we burn if we're holding the coin? Sorry, but so there's supposed to be more information coming in regards to this. And once further, stats are showing we don't have 100% diamond hands. That's perfectly okay for us, whereas with other tokens, it's a serious detriment. Somebody responded, what do you mean, Papa? Can you elaborate more? Because I'm confused. How can we burn if we're holding the coin? So we already responded about that. And then check this out. This is what's huge. This is a really big statement here. So you still think that we will have under 100 million circulating in the next 2 years? LOL. He responded by saying, it's possible. More details soon. With all the different people that are out there, as far as how many that they have inside their wallets, there's a lot. Right? We're talking about a ton of these tokens. And for it to drop down to 100 million circulating supply, a lot of things would really need to happen. But we're going to go ahead and discuss some of these key things that kind of includes this, but also excludes this as a fact. So based on my theory of this, I think that maybe what could end up happening is sort of like a reverse stock split, or also known as like a token swap. It operates kind of similarly. So and I think this could pertain to that of Operation Phoenix. If they convert everything over to another coin, then potentially what you could have happen is to say we have a certain ratio conversion, right? Meaning that if you have, just for example, 100,000 of the SafeMoon coins right now, if they convert it over into this new format, then that new format could be a 100-to-1 ratio. So you could convert your 100,000 over to being just 1,000 coins, but it still has the same technical value. I think something like that could be potentially what could play out. But regardless, one of their main developers on the team is stressing in multiple different points that something like this is technically feasible. And I hope you guys understand that with $100 million, right, which would be a $1 valuation, which we're trying to aim for right here. So if there's 100 million in circulation, $1 a piece, that's only $100 million. Well, the whole supply, or sorry, the market cap for SafeMoon right now is 2.47 billion. So that's already 24 times bigger than that. Already, you know, like literally, this would be $24 a piece at that point in time. just kind of think of it that way. If they were able to achieve that, it would be $24, almost $25 a piece. And the market capitalization on its peak was right around just underneath $5 billion from what I can remember, something like that. So huge opportunity in that regards. Okay. So that alone should tell you guys that, yes, there is the possibility of it going all the way up to $1, especially if that format happens. Now, let's say that that doesn't happen. There's some other thing that causes the continual burning. Then obviously, if it could still hit $100 million, you don't need the token swap, etc., then great. It happens that way too, right? There could be potentially other ways to do it. These are the only ones that come off the top of my head. If you guys have any theories on that, let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's just say that we work with what we know so far. Let's go over what could and couldn't happen and how that kind of is revolved around that of the $1 evaluation. I'll make another video that goes a little bit into the same things, but referencing that of a 1 cent evaluation. So, you know, it's all basically the same info, but I see people referencing these, so I'll try to be more clear. So let's say you got 1 quadrillion coins. This is what we initially started with. To get a $1 market cap, you need to have that times everything else. So it'd be a $1 quadrillion market capitalization. Is that likely to happen? Well, no, because we've already burned tokens. So that literally can't happen regardless. Plus, that's a ton of money. Up next would be 100 trillion coins, right? In order for that to happen, you would have to have a huge amount that's being burned. If we had this further continuation down, we're talking about 1 trillion coins, a further continuation, putting this in comparison to, say, that of like Dogecoin. You're looking at some of the metrics here, as you guys can see. Some of the referenced wallets, this would not really be able to happen as of current because of the amount of wallet holders. This information is slightly outdated. This is reference to my other video, which I made about a week or two ago. So keep in mind that some of the figures as far as for the wallet amounts will have changed, but based on roughly the same number that we have right now. So this would say that we are currently not able to achieve that because there are too many people that have the SafeMoon in their wallets. This is in regards also to comparison of Dogecoin. Now, if you looked in comparison to, say, that of the Binance coin, same thing. Too many wallets that have too many of the SafeMoon that are located inside of them. Continuing on, if we moved over to, say, that of Ethereum, we couldn't even achieve that of the comparable market cap evaluation with that of Ethereum. Taking a look at some of the exchanges and what's going on with there, you guys can actually take a look at this further once again inside of my other video. But just doing some side-by-side comparisons to other exchanges, we can see that as SafeMoon has decided that they want to be moving into an exchange format, that there's actually good opportunity for not only the burning mechanics if they do decide to include that, which it sounds like everything they've been saying that they want to include that in the exchange. But in addition to that, just the revenue generation itself from the transaction fees that the exchange would get, right? So they're an exchange, they're in it for a business too, so that if you end up trading for other things, for Bitcoin or Ethereum or BNB or whatever they decide to list on their exchange, that they would get a small percentage cut. That's how an exchange works, right? That's to their benefit, and they're providing a means for you to be able to easily try and do these things. Plus the tokenomics, they're talking about including that in the exchange, which is great too. But if you factor in small variable ranks in comparison to some of the other exchanges that are out there, and that's excluding the fact that we have over 1.5 million wallet holders for SafeMoon already. So the user base has exponentially moved at like a crazy rate, right? Super, super fast in such a short amount of time. There's more advertising going on. There's more hype that's going on with a lot of things. So the project is continuously moving. And nothing should really surprise anybody anymore. Look at what Doge has been able to pull off right? It's just insane how some of this stuff plays out. So there's plenty of financial opportunity behind this. As far as for the exchange goes, there's some good numbers, as you guys can see. They could be funneled into how the revenue source could be generated with SafeMoon. And every time that more activity is taking place, that total supply number is going to be ending up going down. The larger that those dollar values are that you're going to be seeing is more likely also going to be tied to more activity with the SafeMoon in those transactions. So once again, helps drop it down to a much lower total supply, which means it's easier to get that $1 valuation in comparison to the market cap. The other thing is that they're delving into the NFT space, and a lot of the things in the NFT space that's already generating money that's been circulating around between those. Sorry about that. I'm talking a little bit fast with things here. You guys can see that there's plenty of money that's being moved, not only with the NFT space, but you also got like the whole gaming industry space. Again, I go even more in depth and show you guys more charts on a lot of this stuff. I'm just trying to keep it really brief and to the point that you look at microtransactions in the gaming industry, and it's absolutely huge. There's plenty of room to be able to tap into all these things. And we know that SafeMoon said that they're going to be tapping into the gaming industry. Next thing is like e-commerce, right? So it's a form of currency. If other people are willing to accept it as a means of exchange, then you could see products and other things like that. Just taking a look at some of the other industry spaces and how this kind of gets involved. I tried doing some low percentage comparisons of the charts here for those, and you guys can see some absolutely and crazy profit potential from that as well. And then, I break it down into a whole bunch of different industry spaces, like the global wealth, the derivatives market. It actually gets smaller and smaller. I started off traditionally with this of like silver. This is an outdated chart, just FYI, because this data is all referenced to what we saw back in about 2020 or so. A lot of the markets have actually moved quite sporadically with this. If you look at how this could be allocated, a portion of the SafeMoon into each of these industry spaces that I kind of went through again, way more in depth into my other video, you guys can see it goes even with just 0.01% of those industry spaces, 0.01. They got moved out of those and got moved over to SafeMoon, how much money that would equate to. Now, if this was actually a higher percentage, let's say we went over to the 0.1%. Sorry, that's not supposed to be 1%. That's supposed to be... actually, wait, is that... No, I don't remember. I got to list it over here on the side as something different. Anyways, it should actually be... Yeah, that should be 0.1. That should be 0.1. The inflation rate, big thing to take away from this, guys, is that as money continues to get printed, then the value of everything is going to cost more for dollars anyways. So saying the dollar valuation kind of gets weakened over time because the value of the dollar goes down. So it's actually a lot easier to be able to achieve that as well. Make sense? So yeah, this is a very brief overview as to how SafeMoon could technically hit $1. I really encourage you guys. I put a lot of work and I go really in depth and detail in my other video. So I highly recommend you guys go check that out as well. If you found this video helpful, share it on social media. Feel free to share it on Reddit or Facebook groups, Twitter, whatever you guys want. Discord, doesn't matter. I'm on the SafeMoon Discord, by the way. You guys will see me from time to time. My name is Atlas on there. So if you guys are in the Discord and stuff, holla, what's up? Hey guys, good to see you. I'm over on Twitter once again at CryptoAtlasYT. If you guys want to come and check me out, my handle is right there at CryptoAtlasYT. If you guys want to earn some free cryptocurrencies or stocks, I've got referral links for both in the description. And let me know in the comments what you guys feel. You think $1 is possible after everything that you heard? Or you guys think 10 cents is possible, a cent? What do you guys think? $100? Doesn't matter. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, please don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button. It helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Click the bell icon so that you know whenever we have a new video. And I will see you guys in the next episode.